Welcome everyone. Alright, again I'm doing this right after part 3 because I have time and money and, no I don't actually. Well, without money you can still make things. You can make things. Alright, look at how sturdy that is. That's amazing. Alright, so forgot one thing in part 3. Before we do the big thingamajiggies, the exhaust pipes or whatever they are, we gotta make this lip, and it's not a hard thing, it's just very important that you do that, otherwise it's just not gonna look right at all. So just get a blank piece of cardboard and slap it on there. I'm gonna do that real quick. Trace it out. If I can find my thingy. I'm just gonna wing it. There we go. Whoop. Ooh, actually, you know what? Wrong. Yeah, so whenever this comes up, there's kind of a round piece. So measure out kind of a hump thing that you made. Perfect, and then, so after you measure it out, kind of make like a round piece. So just go down a little tiny bit. Just like that. And then you can bend it, put it underneath. It should be golden. Make sure it's curved on both sides a little bit too. Because this helmet in particular, but a lot of other helmets too, they have a lot of squared off areas and a lot of really round areas, and that's what you want to do in this part. It really needs to be round. This part needs to be one of the strongest pieces too, in comparison. Alright. Looking good so far, I like it. Now we can get a piece of cardboard on the bottom. And just simply, well, piece at the bottom, and you can round everything out as you wish. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I have, as you can see, as you've seen, I always need to come around this little table here that I have and go pause it. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna fill this in real quick. then you can fill up the extra holes. I'm going to do that later whenever I do touch-ups, and that's going to be kind of a separate video. It's going to be kind of still be part of this series in a sense, but I'm going to just kind of add this in there because there's another video that I want to do of touch-ups, what you should do, and what you need to do, and wait until after the helmet is finished. Like these holes, wait to fill them until you're finished. Most of these holes you want to wait until you're finished, because if you just patch them up, there's going to be either no reason to because it's going to be covered, or that slot is there for a reason. Alright, so that's what it looks like so far. If I kind of cover this up a little bit, you can see that it's actually starting to look like it. Now, after I've wasted 5 minutes of your time, sorry about that, now we can get to the big things, and I have a perfect clear shot of that. So, what we're going to do is we're not going to make the square thing first and then make the long piece come off. What we're going to do first is we're going to make this piece come off, and mind you, it's going to hang off of the actual helmet. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, I'll fix all of that afterwards. Okay, because as you've seen in my last video, well, not my last video, but when I showed you my helmet, it had a little Velcro on it. Well, in this one, it's going to have basically the same thing, but it's going to have the whole back basically Velcro off and Velcro on, because of how crazy this helmet is. So, we're going to go ahead and start with a piece, and it needs to be long. So, here's a perfect piece right here. And it's kind of thick, too, like how thick it is from here. Is that a fuzzy spot? Okay, good. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and measure that out real quick. Curve out like this, place it down, and where you want to place it down is right on the base of this little strip right here, and kind of edge it down a little. Okay. Make sure it's kind of going up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Some glue on here. There we go. All right. All right. Now, whenever it's actually on there, reinforce it with another stream. Just a kind of quick, kind of like a cement stream. Make sure it kind of looks like this. Alright. Needs to be up a little bit. Alright, now you can glue the actual base plate on. I'm going to do that, so this part. I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so should be a piece that kind of looks like this. It should be a little bit longer, but I kind of have shortened it a little bit too much. It's fine though. Right. I'll be right back after I glue it down. Alright, this is what you should have so far. And there's going to be a big wing thing coming off, so it'll look normal after that. That's going to be the next part. After we get these exhaust pieces done, we're going to make this with a wing, and then we'll make the back, and then we're done. Alright. Need to cut out another strip. Can you close the door for me, please, whenever you're done?
This door?
Yes, please. You can glue the bottom on. Being a little finicky, but I'll get it. As soon as I get it, I'll show you how to do it. And the visor can be really anything. Since it's big enough, you can even use like just a pair of glasses or something, like sunglasses. And the rest you can fill them with film or something to give it some weight, and it'll kind of, I don't know, just give a nice look to it, really. Right. So here's one done for the most part. go ahead and put this on. There we go. There's going to be a big stripe coming off from here, and then two more, and then this big one. Things looking really good so far. Really nice. And then on the back right here, you can just stick a big piece of cardboard going straight up. So right now, the actual back of it isn't being shown. Alrighty. So I just took a piece of cardboard and I just carved it upwards. And then again, what else was I going to use? There we go. And we're going to paint this real nice. So. I did mess up a little bit. Now that I'm actually looking at my picture, what you need to do there we go. Is make sure that this part on the outside is further back than the actual piece. I'll show you what I mean here in a sec. There, see? It's kind of slanted that way. It's looking nice so far. I'm actually going to start on the left side real quick. Let's see how much time I have. I have a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do is start on the left side and then do this spike, and then I'll do this side and that spike, okay? So, the spike seems really easy actually, and it goes really, really far back. So, alright. We're going to actually need a clean piece of cardboard. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be for other things. So it's these flaps that we're going to want right here. So there we go. what you want to do, if you can still hear me, is cut out both of those flaps. If you have a box like mine, or just get a piece of board about as long as this. There we go. Sorry, I disappeared. In case you didn't hear me, two that was this long, so we'll be putting together like this. So, I lost my thing. Alright. So I want you to kind of draw out the pattern. It's gonna kind of be something like this. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this out. Hopefully this is a good shape. Something out like this. I'm going to test it. This is going to be perfect. Search right in the middle. So I'm going to cut this the same side. Trace it out real quick. Cut that out. Alrighty. Doesn't need to be as long as mine, but whatever. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to make it about as long as it looks, it should, or about as wide. So you should come up with these two, and you can kind of fold them in as much as they want, and then these two kind of fold in on itself. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. Before you glue these together, make a template, make 4 of these, okay, so then you can do it on the other side. And don't be dumb like me. Now, you don't want to put any glue on this because you need to bend it forward. So, after you glue the actual piece, then you can put some glue on the initial spot and then bend it inwards. So then it actually comes together. Boom. Get your spiky thingy. Oh, we can go ahead and put it on and see it's long enough, curves enough. Seems like mine is just right. These things even go, I think these things even go out a little bit further than the actual thing. And this is coming out perfectly. Wow. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. I'm going to work on the rest. There we go. Put it on here. I'm just looking to see how far back it is. So, this is actually about how long it should be. Let's check it out. Alright, so I think that's as good as I can get that piece. So now the next piece is getting this done. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so before I finish this other side, I want to do this front piece because it's kind of throwing me off without it being there. So I'm going to do that piece real quick. Alright, so this frontal piece, it kind of comes up and then over. So I'm going to make it come up and then it's going to just barely graze this. Alright, so what we need, seems like I only need one piece. watching the screen. Okay. So, looking at like 3 different pictures here because I can't get a solid picture. Oh yeah, that already looks 10 times better with that thing on. Alright, so try and cut out a piece that's similar to this. There we go. Pausing. Alright. Alright. I hope that worked, that little trick I did. If it didn't, then I look like a loser. If I don't already look like one. Alright, so this thingamajig is already kind of looking, well, kind of. It's already looking 10 times better than it really should. So, this whole rounding piece, it's going to be a little difficult. So what you might need to do is cut a slit on both sides, so then it can actually fold over itself, like this. So it actually makes kind of a bowl. Make sure you do it in the right spot though. So I'm going to need to move these back. Cool stuff about this gun too, it takes forever for one stick to finally go to waste. So, whenever you make that notch, then whenever you pull it down, it'll actually make it round. So just do that. Make as many notches as you need to, just don't overdo it. But it's going to need a ton of glue because that's where a good pressure point is. I'm gonna, well, this is drying. Alright, so this one's also overtime limit. So, you already know what to do. Make those notches in both sides and you'll get it done. The next part, I'll show you gluing it on and finishing the front. And that was it, really. So, see ya!